Hello everyone, welcome back to the Permaculture Goods. We're out here measuring some beds here. So we're gonna apply the 30-18 rule so that we make these into some what are they called? Market beds, where you can reach. You guys can reach over from one side to the other, and that's something you want to do if you are market gardening. Your rolls of beds, you want to keep them 30 by however long you want them, and then you want to apply 18 inches as walkways, and then you want to mound your beds. Right here, this area that you see right behind me, the leaves and everything, and then there's the driveway right down there. We're gonna turn this into rows of market beds. So we're probably gonna use the logs to hold the bed, and we have a little bit of Bermuda problem over here. We're gonna take care of that, probably by applying tarps and suppressing it, doing it the lazy way, of course. And these are some of the bags that I've gotten from the neighbors. And those are some more bags over there, right over there. A bunch of bags. And then I have some cedar boards right here that I can use for the border of the beds. So I'll show you guys what I'll be doing here. It looks like a mess right now. And so these are the other beds that I've done before. This was before I knew the 30-18 rule. I think right here I have 4 foot across, and then between here I have about 30 inches for the wheelbarrow to go through. So the wheelbarrow goes through here. I was thinking of that whenever I did these beds. Currently I have them covered with a bunch of leaves. Very important, just giving them a break. And yeah, I'm gonna put some plastic over them and grow some greens in here, so I'll be doing that later. This right here is my propagating bed right here that I've started this year. It's just about 6 inches or more of sand, and you can just stick your cuttings in there and they'll root. So I'm gonna get to building the beds here and seeing the design that I'll make. Here I'm about to clear up all this mess right here. Passion flower vines, okra, and then I'll be saving the seeds for the okra, and then that Jerusalem artichokes and all that mess. So it's getting there, guys. This right here is going to be the beds. I'm not sure if you can see that red post. That's 30, and then back there's another one and another one. And right here, this year, we grew okra. Some okra just spotted in different places, and these are the ones that we did not harvest and we let go to seed. And This is what we are doing right here. Just taking the seeds out of the pods and seed saving. So we're gonna have a lot of seeds. Yep.
See? Look at that. Very good seed.
Yep. And they just...
And they're everywhere. You open up this one. Oh, ¿le gusta?
Algo.
Claro. Sí, no come. Oh, really? You know, no come.
Algo.
This okra, we just let it dry here on the vine. Yeah, we just let the okra dry on the vine, and just the ones that are like this, kind of split, are the ones that are good. That's the best way to do it. I just wanted to make that note there that these right here are not good because they're just, see, they're that color. They're not fully mature, and they're pretty much rotten because they didn't get time to mature and dry. So you want to leave some on the, if you want to save some for seeds, you want to leave some that get to be like this, all the way dried. And that's usually the top okra at the very top that gets to be the most dry because it's the most mature okra. The ones towards the bottom do not. So, yep, just still clearing up the spot here. This is what you want your okra to look like, very gray brown like. Not like that, not green. We're saving a lot of seeds, as you can see here. That's awesome. So far guys, I have one bed, 30 by 18, the walkways are 18. So I have one bed, 2, 3 beds, 4 beds, and I'm not quite sure how long the beds are. Maybe 16 by 16, somewhere in there. So, yeah. And I'm gonna be putting the mulch from this side into here, mounting up the beds, making the walkways lowered. Where there's Bermuda grass, nut grass, anything, any weeds that you have, I suggest you use cardboard. And that's the nice lacy way to do it. So I'm going to be tearing some of these up, laying them down here where we have this Bermuda grass, and then possibly throwing some of the leaves on top of that, and a tarp. So just try to suffocate where the grass gets no light, and you should be good. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys as well this mycelium here, all the bugs that grow in the logs, why logs are so important. Here's a, whatever that bug is, millipede, whatever it is. This is all the mycelium, all the white mycelium. There was worms here, but they've gone down. But there's baby worms. Here's a lot of baby ones there at the surface. And yes guys, this is a no-till. You just keep on adding, building, and you'll get there. You'll get beautiful, wonderful soil. Very fertile and just great. So just wanted to show you guys this. So far, guys, I've tried to move the mulch on top of here. You can see a lot of this white mycelium here, which is really good. These are the walkways here, and that's the bed. And so far, 4 of them, and I still have that patch over there to work on. So, but this is it for now. Can't wait till spring to get to growing on these pups. Hello everyone, how y'all doing? This is Permaculture Goods.
Ah, sorry.
Hello everyone, how y'all doing? This is Permaculture Goods out here. Finishing up some of the market beds out here. So I'm just out here raising this up. There's a lot of leaves and there's a lot of Bermuda grass in here that we've put in that bag right there. So we're trying to clear the most we can. And then we're gonna lay a tarp on here and lay those leaves back on the tarp, which will suppress the Bermuda grass throughout the winter months. Hopefully the Bermuda grass is dead by the time spring comes. If not, we'll pull up some, but it'll be a lot easier. The Bermuda grass will have gotten a lot weaker. So this is the key here. My walking roll will be 18. So I believe like from here to here, that's 18. So I'll just go down this way, and whatever's extra here, I rake it towards the middle. And if you guys look here, this white, this is the good stuff, guys. This is mycelium. This is where mushroom compost and all that good stuff that feeds it. Right here, this is the secret, guys. Organic matter makes organic matter, and the best food for trees and plants is other trees and plants. It's that simple. So I'm just gonna continue to do these rolls. After I raise them up to my desire, I'll flatten them out and then use some of these finer leaves to just cover them up and give them a break throughout the winter, and they'll be ready by spring. Throughout the winter, all those leaves, the rain, the snow, will break those leaves down and just kind of continue to feed the soil. Keep it covered, and yeah, just break it down, get it ready for some new planting. That's pretty much it. That's what nature does, and that's what I'm doing. It's that easy, guys. You want to not worry about blowing your leaves out of your yard and all of that. You just want to probably rake them and take them to your bed. Crush them down if you can, which speed up the process. And if you have a lot of leaves, you could just add manure. Add some kind of either green manure, comfrey, rabbit manure, cow manure, horse manure, any manure you can get, chicken manure. Just do your research on those, because all of them have a higher or lower nitrogen content. So the higher nitrogen, the more likely it will burn your plants depending on how you apply it. So you may have to dilute some of those. But if you mix it with a lot of carbon, which is a lot of organic matter, and you know, you do a 1-to-3 ratio, carbon being the 3, 1 being the nitrogen, then you should be fine. That's pretty much all that you need. It's just copying nature, and you'll build it and they will come. I mean, we have so many redbud trees and then the hackberry trees that just all pop out of here because we don't have grass anymore. We are not mowing anymore. We haven't mowed in 2 years. So, and we haven't watered the lawn. We're not worried about that. Just covering the land will keep moisture and humidity and just life. Bare soil is unfertile soil. So if you can cover it, it can be fertile. That's it for now, guys. So I got to get to doing these beds. Here's my #1 helper here. He's breaking down the leaves and just doing all kinds of stuff.
What are you up to, mister?
We are laying some cardboard here trying to overlap it where we can. This area seems to have a little bit of Bermuda grass, and those over there are going to be our beds. One bed, 2, 3, 4 so far, and then we'll probably make some little beds here, just like 4 foot, 6 foot long here. And then this is where I'll back up the truck right here. From the driveway, I'll back it up right here and dump the leaves here. So just wanted to show you guys what the beds are looking like. I know it's kind of hard to see in the winter, but it's afternoon, and these are all going to get a fair amount of sunlight. So that's really good. As opposed to those beds over there. Those beds over there are not getting that much sunlight, but these right here are getting a lot of morning sun. This right here that we raised this up with is all mulch. We will be covering them up with some leaves in just a little bit, showing you guys that. And then these are walkways where I've laid these logs. We're just gonna have a thin walkway, and I'll probably remove these logs later. They're just there while the bed settles, sort of thing. So yeah, I'm happy with the progress, and I'll be showing you what we'll be doing right here to suppress the weeds. This is a good tip if you don't want to have to deal with the whole mess of tilling and taking out the root and stuff like that. This is the lazy way.
The lazy way is the good way.
So guys, this is pretty. I love the neighbors that go and take the extra time to chop up the leaves for me. That is, I mean, you know that the leaves are clean for sure, and they're chopped up. They're almost halfway there. So this speeds up the process. I got my cardboard laying around, which I also got from my neighbors thrown away. And now what I'm gonna do is just cover this on that. And remember, there's Bermuda, possible Bermuda underneath there. So we've taken out what was exposed at the top, and then we're gonna cover it up and kill it without using Roundup, guys.
That will kill you before you kill it.
Alright, so one bag is pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to find another one that's been kindly chopped up for me. This one seems like it has. I can just kind of tell and look at it. And I like the... Look at these, guys. This is the second bag. Okay. Party foul. Party foul. I don't know what's going on. Somebody done her wrong. Alright. So. Hope you guys are catching this. This is about as easy as to fix the beds right here. You could do as much leaves as you want. The more leaves you do, the better. But I got a lot of stuff to cover. So for right now, I'm gonna cover this up like this. And I'm not sure what bed this is gonna be, but you probably could use another bag on top, just to be on the safe side. Leaves will be here next year. Leaves are just, this is what's beautiful about the earth, is you're never gonna run short. There's not that thing about saving, you know, it's just like the squirrels are saving some of the nuts, but in the way they're also planting the future trees. I don't know if the squirrels know that, but they might know that they're also doing that. So, because half of them don't find the nut anyways. This is what we're doing here, guys. It's just, you know, by me making the soil here, it'd be good soil for the future, for the animals, for the planet. And it's therapy. I mean, you get revelation out here that you don't get anywhere else. It's calm, it's peaceful. As this world just it's just sweep beyond us on jets and just speeding away at the speed of light. We have to slow down and kind of like take a break and just think about the little stuff. And this is where we eat, guys. This is where food comes from, and that's what makes us, us. So it's very key. It's hitting it right on the nail, I think. This right here is bad plastic, but I could even reuse these bags right here for anything else. They're good bags, so recycle them. That's a lot of waste right there for people having to go through this. They could just keep their own leaves and do this, but I'm not complaining. I appreciate their hard work. And this is all I do, guys, right here. There. This is done. Now, what I'm gonna do now is this tarp right here. By me doing this tarp right here, so bugs will naturally already want to come over here, the worms and everything. Why? Because right under here, it's warm. They can eat off of this stuff, organic matter. They can have their babies in there. They have enough food for everyone. I've just created a whole like feeding for the soil, for the microbes, for us, for the future plants. And that's the cycle of life, guys. All I'm doing is being a steward, already doing what nature is doing. I'm helping her out. And nature needs our help right now because, well, you guys are already aware of what's going on, and they're going to trap us by that. They're going to use that against us. For those that don't know any better, but this is the way to go right here. Now right here, all I'm going to do is possibly just put some of these, or even throw some bags of leaves on top, and just give this a break for a few months. Right now we're in November, so we'll be giving it a break until February. Whenever it starts to warm up, this should be the first thing warming up since it's covered. We're going to be planting directly into the soil and then adding some more leaves to mulch. So yeah, this is the one patch I wanted to show you guys how easy it is. This didn't take about 30 minutes if you of course already have the leaves bagged up for you and stuff like that. That's it. Cardboard, lay it out, leaves, just that. You can go on and make it even fancier than this by adding manure and any other nutritions that you may want to add. But this is it. Nature's not doing all of that, so this is pretty much it. So guys, we have our beds ready here. We have a little bit of leaves on them. We'll probably be adding some more leaves to it. The more leaves, the merrier. But right now what we're doing is covering them up with tarp. This is a very important process to just kind of keep everything just breaking down, and the bugs will come in there. They'll feel like a home, you know, like a roof over them. So that's what will make them just reside there and do their work. They will till the soil for us and break it down, so we don't have to do any work. And this is the lazy way of gardening.